Hi everyone, so we're back again. We haven't changed, we haven't moved anywhere. We're still where we were before, so we're carrying on from where we left off before. Just starting a new video. So this is installment number 4 in the series of the Valley. So welcome back to all of you, and we will go and head back to Gostovia to complete this quest. And before I go, need a bit of food, so let's just do that now. I'm going to use some of the cabbages just to get us filled up a bit. We got bit of water, but we're going to go past a river anyway, so what we'll do is we'll end up going past that river. Just see whereabouts I need to head down to. Yeah, so continue heading south until I get to the river. Hi everyone, we're now back at the home location. It's taken about 2 hours of in-game time to get from Rolnica to Gostovia, so this is when you really do need to have your horses or your donkeys, whichever you get first, because they're basically traversing across the locations will be much quicker with a donkey or a horse. You can use the wagoner here to the left, but it does cost a lot of money, unless you're flush with the funds. Probably not a good idea at this early stage to do so. Also, I forgot to mention as well, you'll now know to the back I've got my backpack. To get the backpack, you just need to go into inventory, you click on the item itself, and then you press F to equip it, which is what we've done, and it appears down the bottom here. If you're getting a pouch, that appears also there as well. So when you get the small or ordinary or the large pouch, that will appear in that area as well. So let's head on around and see to find Dobraniga. Just see if we can find where she is, and then deliver her rye, which she's expecting. 20 meters away. This is not her, so let's go here. I got a feeling she's not that one. And she's not that one, so I would suggest maybe no, she's not that one either, so it's probably the one that's going around the back of the house. So let's go around the back of the house. So she's in her backyard. No, she's decided. Oh, there she is. No, that's not her either. Okay, she's going to run around for us, so let's see where she's gone now. Is this her here? It is. There we go. Okay, and we've been given 200 coins for that, which is very good. That comes in very handy. Okay, so now that that's done, we should, all being well, have finished our chapter 3 on the journal, which we have. Is now showing chapter 4, which is going to be around the purposes of hunting animals, so in this case boar or foxes, and building a lodge, which again we will look to do in due course. In the meantime, it does mean that also our building limit is increased, so it's gone from 5 to 10. So we now have scope to build 5 new buildings, which is going to come in very handy. One thing I will notice though is our taxes went up by 30 coins in the last season. So given the fact that we will be building probably another 2-3 buildings before the end of the year, before next spring, it's very likely that I would expect to see our taxes somewhere in the region of about 100 to 150 for the whole year. Now that's not too bad, so we could probably raise that quite quickly if we wanted to just create some food or basically make some tools or something and sell that off. Okay, so we had some more skills then, diplomacy. So I've selected the Romeo one because it helps us by getting more points when flirting. So it means you'll rise to the level of becoming married that much quicker. Right, so now we're going to head back out of town. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to need some help. We're at that point where I believe we feel we need some help, and that is to get some villagers in. So I'm going to build another house, and I'm going to build it down over here somewhere. Now the viewpoint is in this situation is that we're going to be building a house, building a hunting lodge, and building a woodshed. Now we might just do the house and the woodshed to begin with, because then with the woodshed we can then get the villager to collect some logs, and then obviously with that you can use the logs and the wood for not only firewood but also to build new other buildings such as the hunting lodge. So let's head down here and we're going to have a little look. So it's a simple house again. We don't need anything big. I say big, they're not big anyway, but some are better than others. Let's plonk it there. And we're going to need to build some stone and logs more we've already got. So this again I will do off screen, so give me a few moments and I will back with you shortly. Hello again, welcome to the new morning. It took a little while to collect all the logs and sticks and stones, so it took us into the night to finish off. This is where it is good to have your resources collected for you by villagers, because having to do it yourself, collect the wood and collect the sticks and collect the stones and whatever else needs to be done, it then takes a lot of the time of the day out when you could be doing something else. So at the same time as building a new house, I've also built a new woodshed. Now the whole idea of this today is to see if we can get a villager into the house to then start collecting wood for not only for the firewood but also for future buildings. So let's head on into town and to see who we can find for today. Okay, so there are two people that are currently sat by the fire. Okay, so let's have a little look and see what we've got here. So if you look on the skill sets, you'll see that there's 6 skill sets running from left to right: extraction, hunting, farming, diplomacy and survival. Obviously these are how they'll appear when you click on expect mode on your keyboard. I'm not certain how it works with the console games, but definitely with the PC keyboards it will be the Alt button. And then it'll give you the levels of what they are. So if we go to this person first, Eric, press the Alt button, we can see that his extraction level is 2. And if we talk to Wiltroda, her extraction level is also 2. Now, ideally, you would want someone with a 3 to begin with. 3 is the maximum you can get on any recruit, but once they start doing the work, then of course what will happen is they will build their levels up past 3, and the higher the level, the more work they do. So what we'll do as well as a good rule of thumb is to have a chat to them and see what age they are. So Eric is 19 and Matilda is 30. The lower the age, the more likely they're going to speed up their skill ranking. So in this situation, although he's only a 2, it's probably a good idea just to invite him to the village. So you talk on him. What you then do, you can have a little chat to him. So if you want to go on to small talk and ask him what his skills are, and basically you press that several times and you probably get a different answer each time. But at the end of the day, we know that he's got level 2 extraction, which is pretty much what we want. If you then go on option 4, I'm creating a new settlement and looking for good people to join me, press on that, and then he says, great, I'll see you there, and away you go. So you've got your villager. Now, it's all very well getting the villager, you then got to allocate them a home and work. So he's heading back to this way, but at the moment he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. So we go into the management menu, and the first thing you do is you see in there he's got a status of red for everything. So that's food, living and everything. So basically what we do is we open up the house. There's an empty house here. We click on the house. We click on the empty slot to assign tenant. And you click on him again. Accept. He now has a house. Although he's got no water, food or wood yet, he's now got a house. We now also want to allocate him a job. So now that we've built the woodshed, he will now be allocated to that job. And again, click on the empty slot, assign worker, and away you go. Now the one thing to remember, you're going to need axes. So we're going to have to build some axes up in a minute for him to use, otherwise he won't do any work. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the assignments. I think we might have to get the axe before the assignment. Yes, we do. So let's just get some axes first made up, and then once we've got the axes made up, which will probably be so basically stone axes we need. So a stone axe, we need to have 2 stone and 10 sticks for each one. So but I'm going to try and gather some stone. Probably, if I can, make enough 5 axes. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to keep them busy for long. You have to keep on top of it. And that as well, eventually where your smithy will come into effect. down the line when you kind of get a villager in for them. Alright, have we got more stone we can pick up? Yes, we got some over here. And again, you can remember I'm using the inspector mode. Stone is green and it's round. So we've now got 10 stone. I need to get a few more sticks. Right, and now I'm going to head on down to the woodshed. Now we don't have a resource storage hut yet. Normally what would happen is your tools would go into the resource storage hut and then they would take it from there. That is kind of like one of the priorities we will be building in due course. At the moment, let's just put these into his chest. So stone axes. Oh, I haven't done enough. Might be an idea if I do a few more. There we go. Otherwise he'll have none to do. So you can see at the moment he's doing nothing. He's just standing around doing nothing. There's an error message in the top left hand corner which says he's got no tools to work with and nothing to do. So what we'll do is we'll put 5 of those in there. And that should hopefully get him starting to work. Although likely probably not. But hopefully he will get working and then obviously start getting us in some logs, etc. But we also need to tell him what to do, which is probably again why he's doing nothing. So in here we have 4 options within the workshed. The wood shed rather. We have the logs, the sticks, the firewood, and planks. Firewood is primarily what we're looking for. In a sense, the fact that we need the firewood to keep people happy, although any form of wood will do, firewood is the primary port on this basis. But we need logs to get the firewood, so what we do is we allocate as much as we can. So let's just say, for argument's sake, let's just do, say, 60% on logs, 20% on firewood, and for now we need to build sticks as well, 20% on sticks. Not going to worry about planks for the moment. Planks aren't that important, and then we can make them ourselves if we need be, right? So you'll see here firewood has got no resources at the moment because it does need to have a log. You'll also note here it says Axe 1 durability. Now that means for every item that you create, it takes 1 durability from your axe. So if you can remember here, we got 23 logs. So let's just go into our inventory a second, because we've got stone axe as well. And your durability for stone axe is 100. See there, it's 100 out of 100. So we go back to the management tab. So it'll allow us to do 100 hits basically before anything else. Now, so that means that also logs is 2 durability. So that's 24 per day. So that's 48 durability per day plus 12 sticks per day. Sticks doesn't need durability, so that's fine. And firewood, we're uncertain of the amount, but it's probably going to be about 10 or 11, maybe a little bit less on that basis. You're probably going to go through an axe a day at the moment with the stone axes. As time goes on, you'll be able to build up better axes, which means it lasts longer. But for now, we don't have anything to work on that basis. So let's just work out on this basis. So let's see what we've got here. So we can tell here that for every 4 firewood, it's going to cost us 1 log to do. We know we're going to get 23 logs in. So on this local production page, it is not an Excel spreadsheet, so you do need to kind of use your maths if you can on this basis. I mean, the holiday is a game, and that's the whole point of it. But if you want to kind of dig real deep into it and work out what you are kind of using or what you need to use, these sort of pages will help in due course for the individual buildings themselves. So again, at the moment, it's showing a production of 23.91 logs per day, and it's showing it in green. What will happen is that once firewood starts being collected or made, as I say, this figure here will then go from 0. So let's just say we needed 10 firewood. 10 lots of firewood. It would then show 10 logs in here. It would show a net figure of 1291 in green, and then of course production would then show 10 in that figure there. And then of course you'll be on, you're on target. You're on target because that's what you're going to be getting in. Until it starts doing that, it's not going to generate a figure for us. And it looks like if I go into the chest, nothing at the moment. Okay, fair enough. It's just the axes. But there is a batch of logs there. Now, in theory, he should be working. But there is a possibility. Now, is he going to do anything? Oh, there he goes. He's off. So he knows where his tools are. He's now working. Again, you've still got the error messages in the top left-hand corner. So we'll revisit the management tab just to see what they are. And it's probably, so in here, let's just open this one up. There's no firewood. And that's because we haven't made any firewood yet. So he needs to have wood of some sort. He's collecting logs. He'll be collecting sticks. There will be wood available in due course. And the woodshed, obviously, we already know about. That there is no logs ready yet for the firewood for it to generate the wood. Now, as also you can see here in the management tab, we now have figures and brackets. That's because we now have a villager. So it'll be easy to say, is it 30 per villager per day? No, because as time goes on, you will need more and more and more, and it's not as simple as 30 wood per day, 30 water per day, 30 food per day. There are factors that you can actually change with this. So with the wood, when it comes to building more housing, if you insulate the housing, the amount of firewood needed goes down because in theory the building is warmer inside. You'd also find seasonal. So at the moment it's 30 in autumn, it'll be 30 in spring, but in summer it's only 15, but in winter it'll be 60. So you will find that it's kind of the standard level for spring and autumn is one figure. It's halved for summer, but doubled for winter. So what we're going to do is just have a look at my inventory, see what I've got in here. I'll eat some bread because I'm getting hungry. That will certainly help. And I'm probably going to eat some more berries because I was thirsty as well. And that'll take us to the end of those. And I think... Oh yes, I remember actually. On the route back from Volnica, I managed to pick up some wheat. So this is a good time to show the threshing part of the barn in perfect use. So let's go in here. Here we are. So again, we craft it, and it knows we've got wheat. We're going to craft all 4 wheat. And that was as quick as it was. And it generates a piece of straw for each piece of wheat. It also generates a piece of wheat grain for each piece of wheat. So what we'll do is we'll put them in there for now. So it's off my carry. Yeah, we will put the straw in there for the time being. This is the thing, not having a resource shed at this time does limit your location to place items. However, every building has a chest, and you can use every chest until such time as you build that resource building if you need to do so. Right, let's have a look. Let's go over to the field. As I am tempted to plant some rye, but I think I'm not going to have enough coin to do so. So what we'll do is we'll make up some more items. Actually, yes, let's make up some more bowls. So let me do that. So we need some logs again. And if we can sell them, then that will give us some more money to get some rye grain. Again, initially probably I can get away with say 20 for now. Planting rye in the autumn means you can actually harvest it in the spring. And let's just do one more tree. Oh, while I remember, you'll notice on the left-hand bottom screen, you may have noticed my red bar, which is my health bar, has gone down. Now, it was a mistake that you should really try and avoid, and I've done a couple of times before. When you're cutting a tree down, the idea is to try and stay away from the tree as it falls, because if it hits you, it takes out some of your health, and that's exactly what happened to me. I ended up on the floor, and half my health disappeared. I was able to eat some, they call it broadleaf plantain, and it helps with some of your health recovery. It's quite a small recovery, but it certainly helps in that there. Right, so I can do that. So this will give us 40 bowls, and we're going to head into town, and we're going to sell those bowls. And then hopefully I can buy some rye grain. Yeah, so rye grain is from our friend, no, not him, it's from this guy in here. That's where I will chat to him. This is where you can sell, like I said, you can sell stuff to him, doesn't matter what it is you're selling, you can sell stuff to him. So I've just sold him a few bits and pieces, and now I'm looking to get some rye grain. There we go. And I need only about 20, so let's just pick up 20. There we go. And then I can head out. And away we go. And the only other potential concern I might have is my bag, and also the amount of fertilizer that I've got in the barn. So let's head on back down there. I'm hopeful I've got about 20 fertilizer. If not, we'll do what we've got. I've got 19. That'll do. It's not a problem. There we go. Because I don't think there's anything in the compost. No, it's not. Okay. There's anything, put anything in last time, that's why. Okay, let's head on up here. And we need fertilizer first of all, so I'll get our bag out and get some fertilizer. Well, actually, probably what I'll do is I'll need to plant 15. Now again, the thing is with farming yourself, it does take a lot of time, and early on you've not got a lot of choice. You need to do it yourself, but as time goes on you will be able to get it automated, and that will be in a future video. And this is the assumption. I think I've still got my not far off on the hoe. We should be okay. We'll need another hoe in the spring. I say in the spring because we won't be doing any planting in the winter. Although we can plant carrots, they are not harvested until the summer, and I'm going to need the field in the spring to plant flax. So for this purpose it is not going to work. Right grain. And again, any of you that have seen my tour of my other game saved, you will notice that I have 20 such fields, all 8x8, so 64 plots per field. This works out about 1,300 plots. Thankfully it's all automated and managed, so I don't need to do anything about it at all, which is a positive. That's the last thing I want to spend all my seasons planting when you've got that much to do. Okay. So on that note, we'll cut this video to an end. Thank you again for watching on this one. If you do like it, please by all means press the like button and the subscribe button, and also if you click on the bell, it will alert you for future contact. There should be another couple of videos coming out fairly soon. Apologies if you do comment on the previous video to this one, and that's because I've done 2 in the same day. So if you have commented and I haven't mentioned you in this one, then apologies. We'll try to do that on the next video for you. But other than that, I'll see you again soon.